Hello everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over the Mighty Morphin Finster and Scorpina from the Power Rangers Lightning Collection from Hasbro. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. So here's Finster, let's check him out. He may be a maker of monsters, but he isn't a monster himself. He's adorable. Look at this guy. Wow. His head sculpt is so cute. It's straight out of like Jim Henson or something. It really reminds me of that kind of feel. The ears are super long and have these like really weird kind of like plant-like tendrils coming out of him. You know, his head almost looks like a root or some kind of like, gourd. It has some really cool like lines going from the front to back, and it's just awesome. His eyes look really tired and old. His little glasses are adorable. He's super wrinkly and really awesome. I love his little beard. It's really cute and very nice. The gold looks really great on this. I can't stop gushing about this head. The little part of the band up here, you can see the texture is different from his head. There may be some paint overspray, but it looks really neat. I like this thing a lot, and it looks super duper cool. It's fascinating that they could really capture what was in the show on the action figure. The torso is a nice mishmash of parts. We have these sort of sleeves going down, this little smock apron kind of thing, some shoulder padding armor. Looks really neat. This magnifying glass is super cool. It actually functions as a magnifying glass, which is a really great little touch. We have some tools in here that can't come out, sadly. Some little buttons over here that just fasten his sort of smock together. Looking lower, we have a lot of tools in his belt, and they look really great. His little shoes are cute and adorable. On the back, it's all really nice and bunched up, and looks really nice and awesome. I really love the detail and the attention they put on this figure. It looks super nice with every single little piece of fabric just woven together in a nice little tapestry. His hands have little roots coming out of them. This is one of the most detailed figures I've seen from Lightning Collection in quite some time. As far as accessories goes, he comes with these little gray gripping hands that look really good. You can swivel and then go up and down, which is awesome, and the same with this one. He's just really cute, and he looks like he's so happy right here. He also comes with this hand that is designed to hold a pencil or some kind of pen. It swivels, and then you can hinge it up and down once again. And he has an inward, hinging hand. You can swivel. It looks nice. I don't know what it's for, really. He's probably doing like Shakespeare or something. That pencil holding hand actually holds a paintbrush. I thought it was some kind of pen initially, but it's a neat little paintbrush. It's really cute. It has some silver on the end. That looks really nice. It could be some kind of carving tool also, but it just holds so well in this hand and is really neat. His other gripping hand isn't really designed for it, but it looks pretty funny having it in his hand, especially if you flip it and he's trying to madly chip away at something or just sort of stab in some kind of like awkward way. That's kind of funny to hold it this way. He also holds this suitcase in this other hand, which looks really nice. It looks like it's made of wood, but it's gray. I'm not really sure why, but I think it looks pretty cool. I guess it would probably be better if it was some kind of like, oak and wood or something like that. But I feel like the paint budget went mostly to the figure, so this accessory just has to stay this color. It comes out pretty easily in his hand. The handle's super rubbery, so I don't want to like break it or anything. But yeah, it's just a nice little kind of suitcase. It actually can open to reveal some putties, which is pretty neat. It came out on me, and these two can actually come out of the molds. There's one with a ball and one with a spike right here. They're both kind of cute and weird. This one just stays inside though, and I wish it didn't. Having it come out would be great. It looks like it can come out, but I'm not exactly too sure. But it's really neat to have this kind of thing. I just wish it could put tools in here or something, something more than putties. I'm not really sure if he actually opens the case and just putties just jump out of the whole thing, but it is really nice to have this accessory, especially when it's closed and you can easily hold it in his hands. You can actually take out two of his accessories in his apron. First up is this rolling pin that's made of metal on the inside. It looks really cool, very nice, looks very wooden and awesome. You can hold it easily in his hand, and it should be no problem just jamming it in there, and that kind of works out fine. Yeah, it is a little difficult, I think, to jam it in. Probably is an easier way, but it looks super cool with him holding it. So I had to look this up before I reviewed it, and this piece of him is actually really funny to me, and I just kind of groaned in my head internally. This putty knife, yeah, get your laughs out, gang. Oh my gosh, this putty knife is really funny because that's actually what it's called, this kind of thing, to put spackle on a house. But the putty knife is actually really funny, and I love this kind of weird sense of humor that we have here. And this is really neat. It's all spirally for some reason. It's not straight. It adds some nice, texture to the weapon, and it's also rubbery. Don't want to really hurt that much, but it's really funny having this kind of, spackle knife or, putty knife, which is pretty just hysterical for me. So putting in his hand is kind of simple. You just gotta get the little silver piece in there, and you gotta force the hand open really wide and just sort of jam that in there real quick before it closes. And yeah, it looks nice in his hand, and it's pretty funny that just putty knife. I never thought. As far as articulation goes, the head can go around, swivel left and right. It goes up this far, down this far, not really that great. Really nice pivot though, he can sort of like go all the way around. His jaw can move, and the paint on the inside looks really, really good. Very nice in there. It's kind of hard to see with this lighting setup I've got, but it's there. Really nice paint on the mouth, on the inside. Looks really good for that. You also have his arm going up this far, down this far, all the way around, hitting that shoulder pad. Butterfly joint works out pretty well here. We have a swivel. We also have up and down. Not really that great for that. His torso can move up and down and then all the way around with a swivel. He doesn't really have a crunch, I don't think, at all. Yeah, no crunch for that. You go out this far, really nice. In this far. Up, you can't with that kind of setup. Doesn't really work. Back, pretty okay. All the way back, it's just he doesn't really have that many acrobatic things going for him. It's a single knee joint, I'm afraid. Swivel at the top, right up here. Swivel at the bottom, right over here. You also can go down, and then up, and then pivot with 2 peg holes at the bottom of the feet. Finster is an interesting one. I really love this character conceptually, and his articulation is fine for what it is. He is just wonderful to me, and he's up there with Pudgy Pig. Finster stands at just above 5.5 inches tall, maybe at least 5 3/4 with those ears, next to the Mighty Morphin Pink Ranger, and I'm not sure if he'd actually want to fight, but they could probably, take each other on, and also his Jesse Hecht creative. Ow! Okay, fine, don't hit me again. I'll help you make cookies, just calm down, Finster. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. So here's Scorpina. Let's check her out. Scorpina has a really excellent head sculpt. It looks really wonderful. She does look really bored though, which is my one big complaint. It's just a very face. Everything I've seen about her on the show, all these clips I've watched, has had her in a really stoic face, and they could have captured that greatly, but it doesn't really come across here. The helmet's another thing. It's awesome. I love the sort of horns wrapping around everywhere. It's almost like snake tendrils or ram horns or something. It's a nice mix of weird, creepy imagery. There's like bugs in here, cobras. It's awesome. I really love this helmet. It's really wonderful. The hair on the bottom looks good too. Looks really nice with just draping down, and it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. The body and arms are really cool with just some nice asymmetry going on. We have this arm over here, very bare, one little bracelet and a sort of bangle right over here with a nice little blue stone on that. That's super cool. With a bare hand, that's neat. We also have this weird Viking-inspired looking kind of, corset, brassiere. I'm not sure what to call this thing. This is weird, all these locks here and like straps and everything. It's interesting, I'll say. We have this really cool arm over here. This is one of the best parts of the figure, I think. It just looks awesome. The red palm is great. We have this sort of horns over here with this like weird, another little, stone, another horn over here, some spikes on this. It's just awesome. I really love how that looks. It's fine back here, I guess. A couple dots over here. Not really that much to say. Nothing really underneath that hair. over there, but it's a really nice body sculpt and it's super cool. As far as the legs go, they share the motif of the bangle and that one really crazy arm going all the way up here on this leg, on the other leg having just some yellow. That's fine by me. It looks really cool. The pins don't really bug me, and not really much else to say. It looks really nice though, and I love how much detail they put into it. The gold really shines here. As far as accessories goes, these hands can swivel and then hinge down and up. For this one, just watch out for those detents over there. It comes in this sort of clawing grip, almost like a ninja kind of grip. This hand goes up and down this way and works out pretty fine. It also swivels, and the palm is red, the back is gold. It's like she's conjuring something or, warding someone away. She also comes with this fist that is a little bit long, I think, for her hand. It's kind of weird. You can swivel it and then angle it if you want. It works out fine, but it's kind of weird and long for my taste, as far as hands go at least. You get a swivel and then a up and down hinge for this hand. It's another holding hand. It looks really great though with the armor. She also comes with this symmetrical curved boomerang-like sword that she's holding above her head now. It fits into both hands really well. It's a very nicely done weapon. We have this really cool etching into it. It's really old looking, a lot of scuffs, a lot of wear, a lot of tear. It's awesome. One of my favorite weapons, I think, for Lightning Collection. It's just really well detailed, looks ancient, and is super duper cool. Scorpina also comes with a lightning effect you can put on her sword. It is actually kind of interesting to put on. I'll try my best on camera live right now. But down through here, and in there, and then over to there, and yeah, kinda, I guess. Doesn't really hit that look for me, I don't think. You really have to sort of mash it together to get it to sort of really look like it's electrified. It's kind of difficult to do, but I think in her hand and, in a big fighting scene where you won't really notice, it doesn't really, stand out all that much. If you have it like this, it looks pretty cool. As far as articulation goes, the head doesn't go back all that far. It goes forward this far. You get some swivel, and then a little bit of pivot for attitude. Up this far, down this far, all the way around. Butterfly joint right over here, going in and out pretty nicely. Swivel over here. Because you can move this, I messed up and had it this way. This is the wrong way to do it. You actually need to go this way with the longer side of the joint facing you. Goes up pretty okay, still fine. This bangle can swivel if you like it to. You can go around and then back and forward, or back this far all the way using this joint, and forward this far all the way using the chest joint. Really nice articulation on that. You get out this far, really nicely done. In, up is pretty okay, down and back, not really that great. You get double joint knee going up pretty okay. It doesn't really want to work that well, but it's fine. On this side, you get the same thing because it doesn't go around the back, which works out okay. Swivel up here on this side, and you also get nothing down here. It's a shame. Down and up, and then pivot with 2 pecos at the bottom of the feet. Really nicely done figure. I love all the intricate armor on this, and I think I'm just glad to see another intricately done character that isn't like, a ranger. Also, this arm goes up this far, pretty okay. You don't really get a swivel up here or anything special. It's just, it doesn't really want to go up that far anyways because of this armor, so just be wary of that. It isn't really that much of a deal breaker, but it's still pretty cool to have this figure in the collection. Really nicely done with the sculpt. It's just wonderful. I also got to mention that while the arm does go up a little bit because of this, it doesn't really hinder articulation all that much compared to the other side. It actually does go around a little bit with the arm itself. It can't go all the way around with the arm, but it sure is trying. I'll give it effort with that. It's a really nice little piece, and it can be a little flimsy sometimes, so just be careful when moving it. Scorpina stands at just under 6 inches tall, next to the Yellow Ranger from the single pack. The 2-pack one was a little too bright yellow for me, so I still have this one, and it's really nice. It looks nice next to Scorpina. They have matching yellows, which is pretty cool. And also here's Jesse Hecht Creative. Yeah, I'm sorry, Scorpina. I threw your sword and it didn't come back. I looked around and turned around and everything. I have no clue where it is. Overall, I love these figures a lot. They're super cool. Finster is a charm, a delight. It's really nice to see him come from the screen right into plastic perfectly. Every little groove and crevice of his little apron is amazing. All the tools are intricately done and built really well into his body. I really like the glasses and the head especially. That blue bandana is really nice. The earrings are really cool. I didn't even touch on the other tools in there. The little shears and all the little protractors and the little pincers and everything, they're just so nicely done. I really love how this figure just came together greatly. The accessories are wonderful too. The hands are awesome. That briefcase is wonderful. The little putties in it are nice. He has a putty knife to make putties. That's amazing. The little rolling pin's great. The small pencil, little scraper, little paintbrush looking thing is kind of hard to find sometimes, but I can't forgive it because it's to scale. That little magnifying glass that functions is genius. Everything about this figure is just perfection. It's wonderful. It is just amazing. Scorpina is great too. I really love her color scheme. The reds, the yellows, the silvers, blacks, they don't really clash at all. They look great together. That weapon is really neat. That boomerang sword looking thing, it's so ancient and old. The amount of detail put into it is phenomenal. The lighting effect, sure, we've seen a lot, but it's in purple. I love purple. The little blue accents on the armor look great. The little chest armor looks wonderful. And the leg armor is really nice too. It just all adds stuff together to make a really wonderful looking figure that pays tribute, I think, to the Japanese warriors of old. Her helmet is made of a bunch of fierce creatures, and that's just really nice, awesome too. I'm so excited to see these great designs come into plastic. They look wonderful, and especially with today's technology, I can't wait to see what they make next in the Power Rangers Lightning Collection from Hasbro. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.